Hi everyone and welcome back to the Overtake GT. This is my favourite car, a Ferrari F40 from 1992 with a difference. It's an 800 pp tune, over 800 brake horsepower, and it has the Ferrari Enzo engine in there. Now this thing is 932 kilograms, it's phenomenal. Just over 9 seconds quarter mile. This is insanely fast, lots of fun and a stable solid car to drive. Now if you love your 800 pp tunes, well, nice and simple. Get your Ferrari, chuck your Enzo engine in there and follow me to the tuning shop. Let's go! Okay, so now we're at the tuning shop. I did a lot of things to this car. If you haven't seen the engine swap already, please check that out. But this car has had a lot of money spent on it. If you factor in the car, the engine swap and everything else, it's significantly north of 5 million credits. However, it's worth it. I was very skeptical, very worried I was going to be wasting a lot of credits, but I'd rather I did that and you could see than you do it and you go, oh no, what have I done? So let's get into it now. I'm going to start at Ultimate. So if you're level 50, then this is where you need to begin. Ultimate. You're going to want to get high lift camshaft S and weight reduction stage 5. Get your titanium connector rods while you're there. So for those sports, you can see that's it, weight reduction. Club sports, bore up high lift camshaft, high compression pistons, a power restrictor and a ballast. Semi-racing is a racing crankshaft, fully customizable computer, fully customizable LSD. You can see the weight reduction there and increase the body rigidity. Under racing, you want to get engine balance tuning, polish ports, racing air filter and racing silencer, racing exhaust manifold and racing brake pads. Now the racing brake kit, I went for slotted discs on this one and it looked fantastic with the wheels I've picked. Brake balance controller, fully customizable suspension, racing clutch and flywheel, fully customizable racing transmission, weight reduction stage 4 and racing medium tyres. You can do this with soft tyres, but you would significantly reduce the power. I've done this setup for racing medium tyres and it works to a T. Extreme, carbon ceramic brake kit if you feel like you want to go down that option. Again, it's perfectly fine. Intermediates and heavy wets are what you need if you're going to race at Spa. I've been there 2 times in this car and wow, did it throw up curveballs left, right and centre. Now we've done all of that, all you've got to do now is go to GT Auto with me and let's fine tune the way this fantastic car looks, because come on, it is a beauty. So GT Auto, and this thing is just high tempo, stunning, amazing. And yeah, I do have a lot of things to say about this car because this car came out at a time in my childhood just before I turned 5 and it just made me love cars even more, and since then I've always loved cars. It's one of those things, you know, being of an age where you got to see this and then a couple of years later, I mean come on, look at the great stuff you get to see growing up. Formula 1, Damon Hill, all these amazing things, Ayrton Senna. What is not to love about the time this car came out? And I'm still gonna campaign and champion the Bugatti EB110 to be on this game, because I think if it was on there, tell you what, you would absolutely love. Anyway, let's get back into it. Car customization. And what we need to do while we're there is we need to, of course, sort out the wheels. Now I said the wheels look great with those discs and you can see the discs through them and I just think they stand out massively. So the wheels I went for on this one, as you can see here, and they're the Advan Racing GT Beyond wheels. The way they're just a bit deep dish, the way they sink in, absolutely fantastic. Now 18-inch rim width wide offset standard, get them installed on the car. You can just see them there, look at how they stand out far better. The width of those rear wheels and that diffuser, come on, what's not to love about this car? Get them installed, let's move on. Custom parts with the front, type A. The side is type A. The rear is type A and the wing type A. A's all around, and that is what I would give this car if I was giving it a score. In old scoring from high school, things like that, you would normally get an A. Now it's all numbers, isn't it? Which is a bit mad for me, but I'd give it an A. Raced items, bonnet pin, tow hook. If you want to do that, go for it. I wasn't doing it to this because I just didn't think it suited, but your call. And under other, your light bulb, your number plate and your caliper colour. Get them installed on the car. Fab. Livery editor, I made this one. I just wanted something to have that classic design, those subtle notes of Ferrari colours gone by. And that's it. Load style, hundreds and hundreds available, and if you're a Tifosi, you'll love them all that's on there. Now, let's get to that setting sheet. Let's get your 800 pp car dialed in for the track, and you can go somewhere like Spa and get a nice easy win. Here we go. And here we are, we're back at the garage. 800 pp, 802 brake horsepower, 932 kilos, a 9.44 second quarter mile. I mean, come on, this car's stacking up stats like there's no tomorrow, and it's over 30 years old, and it is still pulling up trees and looking amazing, even if it has got that Enzo engine. Now let's get straight into this one. It's racing medium tyres are the first thing you need on there, like I said. Body height adjustments, 95 at the front and 100 at the rear. Your anti-roll bars, 8 at the front and 10 at the rear. Damper ratio compression is 30 front and rear. And the damper ratio expansion is 50 front and rear. Natural frequency is 3.15 at the front and 3.65 at the rear. Your negative camber angle is 2.8 at the front and 3 at the rear. And your toe angle is a toe out at the front of 0.05 and a toe in at the rear of 0.15. Initial torque is 7, acceleration sensitivity is 12 and braking sensitivity is 20. If for any reason you are struggling to get this to stop, you can max your braking sensitivity to 30, no more, or it will induce snap braking and you'll be spinning around like a ballerina. Aero, 204 at the front, rear 400, ECU 84%, a 35 kilogram ballast at negative 50 on the ballast positioning, and leave your power restricted at 100%. Your transmission, top speed, automatic adjusted KMH 340, manual adjustment, make these changes. First gear 2.569, second gear 1.955, third gear 1.572, fourth gear 1.306, fifth gear 1.126. Final drive of 3.185, revving at 10,500 RPM. I had my headphones on, dialed up to 10. This thing was astonishing. Everything I have installed on the car is there. You can see I've got the brake controller balance set to 3. If you're loving these builds and these tunes, smash that subscribe button. And you want a nice easy win at Spa? Here's a guide. Let's get into it. Here we go. You join me at the last lap of Spa on this 1 hour race. I'm in that F40 that did the Enzo engine swap on, and this thing is just absolutely insane. You can see I'm on a drying track. Now, unlike everyone else around me, which is why it looks like they've caught up behind me, Heisel and Fraga, that's because I've dropped in and decided I'm going to stick some dry tyres on while that line is drying. So you never know, maybe they'll pit in the next few seconds or not, we'll see. But this car is fast, it's enjoyable, and I absolutely love it. Getting it dialed in here has been brilliant. Making sure you hit your Heisel's in, making sure you hit your marks for when you're braking is absolutely critical, regardless of what track you go to. Don't think that you can just slam on the brakes dead late and make an apex. That's not something that you need to do in every car. And in this one, you can just keep a nice tight line just by taking it nice and easy and keep that traction going throughout. Now it's great on the tyres, very little wear. Intermediates again, very little wear. Now you get, I'd say 7 full laps, and that's high revs. You'll probably get 8 laps if you're half shifted. So if there's a chance of rain coming and you can get an extra lap in on dry tyres, try and half shift if you can, try and plan ahead, try and be a bit smart with the way you do your strategy. But other than that, this thing is absolutely brilliant. It hasn't let me down. What has let me down is blue flags, and as always, people not getting out the way. Now the main AI problems that you have at Spa is Inestrosa, that's one, and Yamanaka. They're the two that regardless of whatever's going on around them, they won't get out the way at all. It doesn't matter, you could have blue flag draped all over the front of the windscreen, you still wouldn't get out the way. In fact, what they do is they actually try and push you off the track, or they brake and they hold the position of being on the apex. So if you're coming to a corner like this now, they'll get to here and basically stop. So there's no way for you to get around cleanly on the racing line. On a drying track it's even more annoying. But other than that, obviously it's not car related, but other than that, it's perfect. I mean, that car is brilliant. I've gone for a nostalgic looking livery, you know, this car's from 92. I just went for the nice simple lines. Obviously changed a lot on the channel recently, new logo, new look, but the same great builds. And I want you to stick around and go through as many of them as you can. Enjoy them all, comment, share to as many people as you can, please. I want this channel to grow and be the best you can go to for your tunes. Right, look what you get at the end of doing that though. Lapped everyone apart from Highs. You seen he came into pit at the end. That's because I made the right call of going on those tyres a couple of laps earlier. A 2:15.3, I'm sure I could have gone quicker than that. 2:15.4 basically, could have gone quicker. Just didn't want to push it with the weather that's just turned torrential from the off. But it does get me this, and that is 1.5 million credits in the bank from that 1 hour race. Now if you're loving these builds, smash that subscribe button. Like I said, please share, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.